Hello everyone, another episode from Victoria Free, and today's video we are going to start with the quote by, again, the Frenchman, Napoleon Bonaparte. And it's another great quote by him. And the quote is, "The man who cannot look upon the battlefield dry-eyed will allow many men to be killed uselessly." Tell me whether you agree or not. I think Napoleon got the point. I believe that the same dry-eyed perspective was part of Erwin Rommel's way of thinking. I'm reading his book Infantry Attacks, and you can really notice how thoughtful he was, how he analyzed terrain, mostly terrain, how he analyzed the conditions, weather conditions, how he analyzed performance of his men. It was really dry-eyed look at the battlefield, and it's pretty impressive. Okay, I'm gonna start timer as well. Let me do that. Just a quick touches. Oh, okay. Here we are. Let's see. Okay, United States of Belgium, or is it called actually United Belgian States? We have a few things to do, so we can support more interests. That's something I don't know what I really needed. Okay, I'm gonna declare interest where? A good question. I have no idea, to be fair. North China? Or maybe just North Germany as well. That's gonna harm my relations with Prussia, I guess, but let's see. Maybe. That's still just a tutorial series, so I'm actually thinking about starting a new series, because I've made too many mistakes here, and now I cannot truly conquer Netherlands, because they are protectorate of United States of America, to my surprise. Diplomacy. Netherlands liberty desires as protectorate. How has that happened, that they are protectorate of United States of America? I don't understand it. Truly don't understand it. Unfortunately, I cannot also find it. But you know what? I'm thinking about embargoing them. Let's take a look at trade. Do I export anything to them? Let's find Netherlands on that map. On that chart, sorry. No, I cannot see them. What about here? Also not really. Maybe here. Well, no, we don't export any engines to them. Is it because they embargoed me? Do I import anything from them though? That's a good question. Maybe something. I would like to check whether there are some filters so I can actually filter it out, and I know from where I'm exporting. Importing from which countries. But you know what? I'm gonna. Oh, I cannot embargo them. I could expel diplomats only. Draft a treaty. Yeah, nothing is available here. Alright. So, establish colonial administration. There is a journal entry. I have good cash inflow. Or influx. Influx. Maybe I should invest in something. I would really like to invest in munition plants and also artillery foundries. Problem is that they are not very productive. And even if I invest in them, there is lack of labor wanting to work here. So it's everything down to private sector. And that's why I'm mostly developing government administration, infrastructure, or what else? Universities, I guess. And I think I'm gonna invest in universities then. I'm gonna build 3 universities in Wallonia, and I'm gonna do the same in Flanders. Unless there is a problem with taxation capacity. Yes, indeed it is. Boom. Let's add to government administrations then. Alright. Looks cool. Also, I would like to develop my navy. So let's try to build a few ironclads. Yeah, 3 more. In Flanders, 1, 2, 3. Let's see how that's gonna react. Do we have enough workforce, qualified workforce? Also, we can think about some laws. Not too many options available, I believe. So no home affairs. Thinking about that National Guard. Intelligentsia doesn't like that, but it's not a big deal. Aniline is unlocked. Makes certain dicolors trivial to produce. That's unlocked synthetic plants, torso art, silk. Okay. National Guard. What are the bonuses? Yeah, it's pretty solid, I guess. 28 stall. Who doesn't like that? Who doesn't support it? Well, armed forces supported and petit bourgeois, and petit bourgeois is really strong. Let's try to enact it. Secret police? No, definitely National Guard is better option. And not because I just like that name, and I also adore National Guard in United States of America. Great stats. Okay, also some bonuses because petit bourgeois is more loyal, more happy with us. Plus 20% bureaucracy, which seems to be quite a lot. Look at that, Jesus. We could go for colonial affairs, level 4. Actually, we can afford it. Let's use the bureaucratic points we have. Government, truly legitimate. And how it works here. We are still supporting liberal movement. Labor movement is suppressed. I'm worried about communist movement. But I don't have enough points to suppress them, so no agitators in our country, which is awesome. Cool. Oh, there are some turmoils in Paris. Look at that. It's quite surprising to me that Italy is not formed yet. But something has happened, so... Alright. Also, Germany is not unified. I'm wondering whether they are going to go for that at some point. Let me take a look at the army. Okay, what is it? Afro-Antillean mass immigration. Not happy with that. Yeah, I'm not racist, but come on. Ironclad shortage. Okay. A low organization, Marine Royale. Not a big deal. Also available decisions. Oh, expedition to find the source of Nile. The center of the African continent holds the secret to the source of Nile. We can try it. The Nile expedition, despite hundreds of years of searching the source of the Nile, still eludes us. Shall we send an expedition to attempt to plot the course of the river? Gentlemen, I put before you an incomplete map. Many of you nautically inclined fellows may recognize this delta. It is one of the very cradles of civilization as we know it. Yet we know too little. What I propose is simple. We shall strike deep into the heart of Africa and find the secret many others have searched for, and know the person for the job. Who is going to do that? A group of strong candidates have expressed their interest in leading the expedition. However, this is not a decision we should make lightly. General Fyodor de Pelici. He is commanding the 2nd Belgian Army. Admiral Adrian de Decker. Probably I'm gonna assign him. Or General Fyodor de Watervliest. And he's commanding Army Bulga. He's disliked, by the way. I'm gonna assign Admiral Adrian de Decker again. Again, Admiral. Let's see how that's gonna play out. And of course, our military now needs... Oh no, wait a second. He's still there. To my surprise. So, what will happen if somebody attacks us? Is he going to take charge of it? Despite being in the... Well... Trying to find Nil source? I don't know. kinda weird to me. Rousing speech captives the public. Advance event for the enactment of National Guard this afternoon. Albert van der Linden, leader of the Petite Bourgeoisie. I always call it Petite Bourgeois, but I think it's Bourgeoisie. Delivered a fiery speech advocating for the enactment of National Guard. Making an appearance before the public in Brussels' main square, Albert van den Linden's powerful rhetoric left even his most embittered political opponents impressed. Excerpts from the speech are already being circulated across United Belgian states, fanning the fires of an already roaring debate. This should ease the path to reform greatly, and performances like this reflect well on Albert van den Linden and his cause. Yeah, I think this is just fine. Enactment success chance. But, by the way, okay, you are neutral. Full political operator, no. Let's not give him popularity. He seems to be too dangerous, man. Multi-grand expedition. Who cares about it? Okay, let's unpause. Quick look at the market. Oh, wait a second. I should build something. Overview. Taxation capacity decent. What about here? Also decent. Oh, enlistment effort. Cancel it for now. Okay, Flanders. Buildings. 3 universities, please. Boom. Order the incorporation of an additional state. United Belgian States has 3 unincorporated states. Oh yeah, I know. I just don't want to incorporate Congo yet. I don't think there is need for it. Overview. 20 years, that's so long, come on. The expedition embarks. After a few weeks of preparation and travel, the expedition led by Adrian Decker has arrived in Zanzibar. Zanzibar is here. Somewhere here, right? Am I correct? No. Here? Where is Zanzibar? It's next to Tanzania. Where is Tanzania? There's Eritrea, Angola. No. It's... Okay, it's here. Yeah, Zanzibar. Right. From here they will begin their journey to discover the elusive source of the Nile River. The coast was less arenaceous than expected. First time I see that word. Up the hill that led to the city, a group of locals had congregated to watch our expedition. More amused than intrigued. In a language that we could not understand. And I believe you also cannot understand me sometimes. They shouted at us. One of our men gestured back, and with a shot to the air, the dispute was settled. At the other side of the sea, the sand glistened, a layer of polished sunlight. Onward. And now plenty of boring events will pop up. Yeah, I know. Added to journal. Awesome. What is it, by the way? Convoys. Alright. Let's see whether their liberty desire will increase. Oh, unfortunately, it's decreasing right now. Which is not good. Can we somehow force United States to give up that protectorate? Diplomatic actions. Draft a treaty. Low commitment. State transfer. Unavailable. Low commitment. Yeah, I think I cannot just force them to do so. Large numbers of South Italian people have begun migrating from 2 cities to Flanders. Right. There is another event, discord between the industrialists. An influential faction within the industrialists has grown frustrated with their co-members' neutrality on the topic of National Guard. Always the same story. Themselves in favor of the law, they have now resolved to form a separate political faction intent on passing it. The armed forces extend an open hand to these mavericks. Will increase enactment chance, interest group pop attraction will decrease for industrialists, and armed forces will get some. Okay, what about, with their support the bill shall pass. Oh yeah, let's take it. Minus 5% interest group pop attraction for industrialists for 5 years, and the enactment success chance increased by 15. I think this is better option. We don't need to support armed forces now. Glass in the Belgian market is truly expensive. So the idea is simply to build more glass factories. Current expedition. Proceeds without incident. Huge. We reached Zanzibar. Now I expect more shit to happen. And again, we are 31,000 on surplus. Let me take a look at the Navy. Oh, pretty solid. Goes flawlessly. Alright, what about Netherlands? Yeah, it's still decreasing, unfortunately. How we can force them to give up on that? Fortunately, I think that's not gonna happen, and we won't be able to conquer that land. Yeah, it was too late. Simple as that. That was a mistake. Current expedition. Without incident, but why peril is increasing though? Not cool. Trade union solidarity. Oh my god, you are happy with my government right now? It's not great. Just don't like it. What we should build now? More universities? Increased employment. Well, how many people is unemployed? 2,000, 9,500. Sorry, 95. No, 950. 950, 9,500. Jeez, no. 950. My god. Only so few. My goodness. Yeah, we really need migration to come. That's crucial. Why is it... Why it's... Oh my god. That company was less... Was weaker than this one. That one is 41st in the world. And that one is second company in the world. My goodness, what has happened here? Dear God. This is awesome. Fortunately, I cannot afford more companies. Using 2 of 5 free company charters? Okay. But I cannot get more companies, so... You cannot establish additional companies, right? How can I increase that number? It says only about technology, so it sucks. I don't even need to improve relations with anyone, to be fair. Our relations are genial here. Protective with Russia. Friedrich Krupp. Nice. I recognize that company. Revolution in North Germany? What is it? Hamburgian military revolt. It's funny. Where you are. Oh my god. Jeez, the turmoils are huge. We have Hamburg here. Hamburgian proletariat revolt. Is anybody going to help them? There are 2 battalions against 0. Just good luck. Okay, current expedition. No problems so far. Kinda surprising to me. Yeah, there's a problem with workforce again. Can we change some technologies here? Not really. We can try to subsidize it. It's not needed though. They are really downsizing them. Okay, I could subsidize dynamite explosive factories. Well. Iron mines. Here we could do something. We could go for dynamite to increase production even more. Or the steam donkey to increase productivity but decrease weekly balance. I think this is alright, we can switch to it. And we could also go for another productivity here. Switching to rail transport. What about... coal mines. Oh my god, I can increase productivity and balance if I switch to road carts? Why is that? Is it because transportation is so expensive? Quite surprising to me, but it's really true. Yeah, it's true. Oh yeah, that's gonna increase the employment though. Which sucks. And also that's going to increase production. I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna stick to it. But definitely it would be worth to switching to that other method. Okay, steam donkey here and rail transportation. That's not gonna solve any problems. Yeah. We could switch the atmospheric engine pump, but as far as I know, it doesn't make sense. Based on your feedback, guys. So, I'm just speculating now. Carl Toivens retires. Right. Colonization's right broken. Refine can no longer be maintained because the following conditions are no longer true. Duration of the enforced diplomatic pact has not expired. I don't know. Harvest condition. Moderate rainfall. Intensity is not terrible, so... And embargo broken? Why? What has happened here? You're still protectorate. Diplomatic actions available. You can expel diplomats or begin improving relations. That's gonna help. Let me go to Dutch East Indies. Oh. Why don't you like me? Bastards. Draft the treaty. Military assistance. I can support your independence. Do you like it? Of course you like it. And I'm gonna offer you military assistance. Okay. Cool. And I can ask for obligation. Dutch East Indies might accept this treaty. 80% chance. Okay, let's try it. Send proposal. Return state in Dixie. Oh, that's a diplomatic play against Mexico, and Dutch East India's attitude improved. Thought it's now cooperative. Cool. They agreed on that? The brave engineer, what is it? A railroad accident in Flanders only narrowly avoided heavy fatalities due to the quick thinking of the train's engineer who perished in the crash. Only a few people died, but the wreckage will still take some time to clear. Come all you rounders if you want to hear a story all about a brave engineer. Thank goodness for quick thinking engineers. -5 infrastructure for 5 years? That's terrible. Oh, that's... Okay, no, well. We are going to get penalty for infrastructure only. Here I'm gonna get plus 15% interest group political strength for trade unions, which sucks. Infrastructure -5, my goodness. And we have also Among Us. One of the expedition members has been caught stealing more provisions than needed under the excuse that he is ill and needs more food. Okay, I've heard that story before. I'm gonna get minor progress for peril. No, we need every single man. Proceed with that. And we also have Popular Playwright endorses reform. In the midst of the debate surrounding National Guard, one of the country's leading playwrights strongly associated with the petite bourgeoisie has staged a widely acclaimed play whose politically laden theme makes no secret of the author's desire for the law to be passed. Man's viewpoint may be somewhat partisan, but sir, you cannot argue with his prose. National Guard will be on everyone's lips now. Okay, here we have bonus for petite bourgeoisie. And let us ensure the play gets a wider international audience. That's gonna grant us 20 prestige. Do we need it? I don't know. I'm gonna take that enactment success chance and speed up the process. It's already 77%, so I believe we are going to pass it flawlessly. There's some decisions available, which is survey skyscraper site. Okay, they're progressing with expedition. Fair enough. Order incorporation of the state. Well, maybe I could try doing so. Let's learn something. I'm gonna try to incorporate it. It's gonna take 20 years. But let's see what will happen. 21 years. Holy shit. That's a lot. What about our colony over here? Turmoils are really, really high. Could also try to incorporate it for 19. Discoverable resources. That sounds pretty cool. But it's still growing as a colony, so... We could technically invest in port, but there's of course not enough people to work here. So I guess there's no point doing so. In the meantime, I can of course invest in some buildings. Let me see. Taxation capacity in both. Okay, so in Wallonia we need definitely 2 more government administration. In Flanders, not so much. Yeah, not yet. You could think about another universities. Maybe. Could also invest in In railways, of course, there's problem with qualifications. So, like always, not enough laborers again. That's gonna be a huge problem. Our country is highly literate, so some other options. Here we have motor industries that are going to downsize because of some unknown reasons to me. Yeah, their cash reserves are dropping. Who knows why? Okay, here we cannot change much to help them. Here we have glassworks. Ceramics, no, definitely we don't need it. And crystal glass. Input goods shortage. Lead, yeah, gonna kill that industry if we do so. We can try to subsidize Arts Academy. Question is, do I need it? What other buildings I can afford? Military shipyards, artillery foundry. Guess I don't need it. Here also we cannot. Oh! Oh! Yeah, well. Good that I have noticed that. About munitions. Okay, here we cannot change anything. Arms industries. Oh, repeating rifles. Yeah, would be nice to actually focus on that. Try it, guys. I'm gonna subsidize both. In general, all of the arms industries I'm gonna subsidize. Yeah. See how that's gonna affect the industry. Okay. And let's unpause. Okay, government administration is under construction right now. What is it? An unexpected group. As the expedition advances, the lush jungle reveals an unlikely sight. Members of the lost British East African expedition lay sickly in improvised hammocks. Jesus, that sound is absolutely frightening. Okay, we shall guide its men to safe haven. The expedition loses progress. This will reduce the current peril of the expedition, and Belgian relations towards British East Africa improves by 30. I don't think I need it. We will get minor peril if we ask them to join. We will gain minor progress and minor peril if we select that option. This would only delay us. This would only delay us. I'm sorry, guys. I just cannot risk it. I know it's terrible by me, but this is what it is. Just happens. Nothing personal, right? Nothing personal. Low progress to implementation. Always nice to hear. And now let's take a look. What we could build. Huh. I truly don't know what I should build. Seriously. I just don't know. Population. What we have here? Religions, professions. We have a lot of laborers. Machinists, shopkeepers, clerks. Everything looks good to me. What we could improve then? Market. Goods. Do we have any deficit? We have deficit in groceries. For sure. Somewhat in cloths. Also glass. Glass is the main problem. But even if I build glassworks, even if I expand them, there is again not enough qualifications to fully staff this building. So the only solution to my problems is either migration or technological advancements. What about decrease? Greener grass campaign, migration attraction and migration attraction. Okay. Promote national values, road maintenance. I'm gonna go for greener grass campaign. Is it inside the states or just from outside as well? It's a good question, right? Oh, okay. Yeah, my colonies suck. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Anything else I could do? That's my GDP. It's okay. Okay, colonial affairs increased. Cool. Always nice to have it. I could also increase law enforcement. to decrease number of radicals. There's not too many of them, but you know. Also, we can please petite bourgeoisie with another level of health system, which is for sure doable. Why not? Maybe law enforcement is better. Well, we will get National Guard, so maybe let's wait for that. Lost Mille, of course. Spend some time looking for the mule. One of the pack mules we brought has wandered off into the undergrowth. We could spend some time tracking it down or simply move on. Good God, the mule's gone. Scatter and find it, but stay out no later than the hour. If we don't find it, we might hope that some of the locals will ransom the beast back to us and stay within earshot of our whistles. The expedition is slightly delayed. You can also get minor progress and minor peril. I'm very sorry for that. Okay, now spend some time looking for the mule. I like mules. There's no reason to leave them. Just the animal. Node. Can I somehow affect that? Marine Royale is present here. Do we have any influence on that? Oh, we have now National Guard. The state may use military force to suppress domestic unrest. Let's go. Political strength of servicemen, political strength of officers, enables Home Affairs institution. 104 battalions can be mobilized now. Jeez, this is lovely. Okay, a lot of bonuses also, I'm not gonna read them, you can see. But this is really good. I mean, this is basically what National Guard does, right? In peacetime. If you take a look at United States of America, they always are employed when... They're always employed when something bad happens, some natural catastrophe or whatever. Something bad for people, for civilians. Cool. So while we have it, we can increase actually to Home Affairs investment level 2. And that's gonna help even more. Yeah, let's invest in that. Why not? We have enough bureaucratic points. We can afford it. And now we can also think about some other laws. Probably I don't need it. Multiculturalism. That would be cool. But nobody supports it, and that's the main problem. That sucks. But it would be cool to have it. I can go for national supremacy though. Only petite bourgeoisie supports it, and racial segregation. This is alright as well. Technocracy, distribution of power. We could vote for... interesting. There's no support for technocracy. Ooh, who likes that though? Alright. Oligarchy? Distribution of power? Oh, industrialist likes it. But in intelligentsia don't. Well, voting, census, suffrage. There's so many options available, by the way. I think I passed technocracy at some point, and it wasn't a bad idea. But this is distribution of power, right? Unlocks common economy law in economic system. Okay, that law is supported by industrialists and landowners, of course, oligarchy. It sounds like more like Russian, well, law, of course. Well, voting. Oh, it's supported by trade unions, industrialists, intelligentsia, basically everyone. Which is kind of surprising. 20% legitimacy penalty from ideological incompatibility. I don't know. Should I change it? Propertied women. Legal guardianship. The bonus, birth rate. Or workforce ratio. No migration control. Closed borders. Migration controls. Going to happen. Of course, trade union supports and petite bourgeoisie. Migration restrictiveness. No, we unfortunately need migration. That's the main problem. Because we need workforce. Protected speech. Not really. And per capita taxation. There is small support for proportional taxation. Oh, of course, the trade union support it, so not really. I don't think I agree with that. Yeah, same for graduated taxation. Per capita taxation is fine. Consumption-based taxation? No, that may kill our economy. Okay, so dedicated police force. I think I'm gonna stick to what's here. Oh, public schools. Industrialists are slightly against it, but we are going to get bonus to education access and assimilation. Yeah. Why not? Why not? Public schools. This is always nice to have it. Let's try to pass it. That's additional and education boost. And this is very, very important. We are 24th world, which is not great. We should be higher. Look at that. Look at the map. Of course we are high, because it looks really decent. But still, it could be better. There's no reason to be 24th. Okay, this is interesting. Kafiristan. It's marked on green. Crazy. What about here? Japan is highly literate. Alright, expedition beset by malaria. Oh my god. The expedition gains minor peril and minor progress. 75% chance of nothing happens. And Adrian the Decker gets malaria for 5 years, character health. 25% chance, 1/4. Okay, I'm gonna... Wait a second. The latest report from the expedition informs us that several of the crew have come down with malaria. Tell them to rest for a while. We will lose progress and expedition gains minor peril. No way. Tell them to push on. Let's risk it. Boom. By using techniques such as hand washing and bedside care, nurses are able to reduce the amount of fatalities by a considerable amount and also fill the hospitals. Cool. Pretty cool. Okay, I'm gonna finish the episode very soon because it's getting too long. June coal spreading, whatever it is. What is it? Oh, that's rated with some naval stuff. By having many smaller ships rather than a few big ones, it is possible to keep a certain level of maneuverability that would otherwise be impossible. Somewhat correct, I agree. Smaller, more maneuverable ships are okay in case of, well, how to call it? Well, the Baltic Sea. So there's a... Is there a word in English called saying aquan? I don't know. Okay, so in general, regarding smaller seas, promotes smaller navies. I think more maneuverable. But if we go to open seas like North Atlantic Ocean or Pacific Ocean, that's not the best idea. Bigger ships are simply better. And just out of curiosity, look at that. America is conquering Mexico. I just don't remember what was the goal for the war. Also check it. Well, we could also attack Netherlands now while they are at war. And their liberty desire is increasing. Mexican allies. Central America. Oh, their battalions are at war now. How long that war is going to last? Maybe you could try attacking them right now. But they are still their protectorate. And they may want to help them. We could try diplomatic play. Can we? Right now? Let's see. Diplomatic demands. I cannot annex country, no. But I can... conquer state, for example, Holland. Oh, of course I cannot. We have a truce until 6th of February. Oh my god, still 4 years? And the relations between United Belgian States and the United States of America are less than cordial. No way. Oh god. Really? Whatever. Screw it. Yeah, let's close that. A beetle in hand is worth 2 in the year. A beetle has crawled into the ear of Adrian the Decker. Without immediate medical help, this could impede the expedition progress. We shall stop and get proper help. We cannot stop. Give him the knife. What? 50% chance of Adrian the Decker gets straight wounded. 50% chance of Adrian the Decker gets straight beetle-eared. What is it? Beetle-eared. Minus 30% character health. But we are going to get progress. Whatever, let's risk it. Nile River expedition completed. How cool it is. What do we have found? What are the bonuses for that? Successful expedition, let's see. Adrian the Decker has returned triumphantly. The source of the Nile River has been discovered. It turns out that the source is the Great Lakes of Africa. Wow! The roaring sound of the water reminded me of my childhood, a distant and blurry line impossible to cross ever again. In my nightmares I used to drown. The torrent kept going and going, like an open wound, bleeding out. The herd of Africa exposed before us the dissection of a continent with meticulous care. In my nightmares, I still drown. Excellent news! Okay, he gets straight explorer, he's no longer busy, and we get prestige for 5 years, and that's it? Really? That's it? Okay. Well, pretty shitty stuff. We can go for the Congo River expedition as well, if we want to. Not a big deal though. Oh, okay. Whatever, my income is great. Let's take a look at the state now. Taxation capacity, looking good. About here. It's, well, same basically. I could expand, I don't know, infrastructure. Not enough qualifications, that's the main problem. That's the main problem. How many of you is unemployed? Oh, I'm sorry, here. It's about 3,000, man. That's a serious problem. What can we do with that? Okay, I'm gonna increase government administration in Flanders, sorry, in Wallonia. Oil discovered in eastern New Guinea. Ooh. And there's another event. Okay, let's see. You discovered oil here. How much of it? Oil rigs. We don't know. Okay, overview. You are still growing. Fair enough, we can wait. Never one of them. Some members of the petite bourgeoisie have raised their concerns about the enactment of public schools since they believe that it would affect employment and promote agitation among the lower classes. Everyone has their own place, right? I think we can all agree on that. If we teach these kids the same things we are teaching our own children, then who is stopping them from wanting the same jobs? Well, this is not a problem, bro. And who would be then doing what they ought to do? Educating for the sake of educating is nonsense, and an idyllic utopia that would only lead to misery, empty factories and lazy workers. Somewhat true, yeah. But based on the empirical data, even if everyone is... if everyone uses public schools, attends public schools, or in general attends schooling, it doesn't mean that they will not work in the factories in the future, because many people just don't get higher education, so they go to factories, they go to shops, that basic level work, and this is just fine. Someone has to do that, and unless we introduce robots, but let's be honest, some stuff has to be done by people, and it's nothing wrong with that, but the basic education is vital. Just to know how the world works, because we have democratic governments and same people go to schools or who don't, they have right to vote, and I believe if you want to vote, you have to have a basic knowledge about the world, about your country, about the government, about the political system, economy, and so on. So yeah, everyone deserves a chance. That's gonna increase enactment success chance. Of course, -1 interest group approval for petite bourgeoisie. Or the other option they should consider is an act of charity. 25% for enactment success chance increase. And nothing happens. So that's better option. Let's see. Okay, it failed. It happens. This is alright. Can we do anything else right now? We could expand our navy. We wish so. What about infrastructure in Flanders? This is still very good. Look at the starving population. Almost no one. Pollution is high though. It's very high. Are there any decrees I could deal with pollution? Probably not. Fortune. Okay. That's fine. Now I'm trying to find another goal. Since we cannot conquer Netherlands, their liberty desire is somewhat higher than before. Fortunately, we cannot start diplomatic play because we have a truce, which sucks, but that would be a great opportunity while their battalions are fighting in Africa, sorry, Jesus Christ. North America. That would be a great moment to do something about it. To deal with Netherlands, but looks like we can do so. We can do that. Which sucks, and nothing is really happening across the world. Which also sucks. Also that, well, what's your liberty desire? Look at that. Its current liberty desire is 100. This is promising. We are supporting their independence. Maybe someday they will actually declare war. We can also go for defensive pact. If you ask for obligation. Oh, we cannot. Alright. So it doesn't matter. Alliance? Not really. I'm just wondering whether you can actually free up from Netherlands. And that's gonna trigger... I mean, during that war, I'm gonna make some other claims, some other demands. So I will conquer Holland, Gelre, and Friesland at once, if it's possible. Probably not. Based on the previous war, the independence war of Limburg, which they failed, of course. I managed to only grab Wallonian for myself because of single demand I could make. So probably since that's gonna be their war, I'm gonna ask. I will be able only to ask for single demand, which sucks. But at least we can take one of the states. It's gonna make everything easier. And the question is about America, what they will do. United States of America. Who knows? Alright, so that would be it regarding that episode. Let's recall the quote from the very beginning. And the quote is: "The man who cannot look upon the battlefield dry-eyed will only allow many men to be killed uselessly. Napoleon Bonaparte." This is a lovely quote, guys. Truly lovely. Okay, with that being said, once again, thank you, and see you next time. Goodbye.